Now, Nigeria has been admitted as a partner country of the BRICS bloc. Brazil's foreign ministry made that announcement. This makes Nigeria the 9th partner country, joining Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. The partner country category was established during the 16th BRICS summit in Kazan in October of 2024. As Africa's most populous nation, Nigeria aligns with BRICS' goals of enhancing South-South cooperation and pushing for gold governance reforms. The move underscores Nigeria's growing role in fostering partnerships within the global South. Joining us now to discuss Nigeria's BRICS membership and what it portends for the country is the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Professor Eghosa Osagie. Good afternoon, Professor. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, given Nigeria's current economic challenges, how can we realistically leverage BRICS membership without becoming overly dependent on China, which appears to dominate the bloc?
Well, the first question to ask is if all the other countries in BRICS Plus, and by the way, that's the new name is BRICS Plus. If all the other countries in BRICS Plus are not overly dependent on China, for instance, why would we fear that Nigeria would become overly dependent on China? I think the whole essence of BRICS is, and should be seen in that context, is that BRICS is an alternative platform that provides event, an opportunity from the rest of the global South for emerging countries, emerging powers to come together and do what countries that have common interests have done from the beginning of international relations. So I think that BRICS is not about China, BRICS is not about any individual country. BRICS is a platform, a multilateral organization, if you like, that is of essence to all the member countries.
Thank you so much for that. Now, some might say that while this is a step in the right direction, that the timing couldn't be more difficult in that, of course, we know that today will be the inauguration of American President Donald Trump, who has already vowed that he would place 100% tariffs on BRICS member nations. We're already seeing countries such as South Africa starting to strategize around how they would navigate around some of Donald Trump's potential policies. Does Nigeria have a strategy based off of the information you have? Do we have a strategy to navigate some of the fallout that might come from the United States, which is one of our biggest trade partners, from us now being a partner to BRICS? And if there's no such strategy, what do you advise?
Well, Nigeria has a strategy. Nigeria is in the business of conducting its foreign relations in very strategic ways, and at the basis of that strategic, trajectory is planning and foresighting, anticipation, and so on. So the simple answer is that yes, Nigeria has strategic ways. Now, directly to your question, of course, you have coincidences like this, that this is happening at a time when the President of America is being inaugurated. But you know that Nigeria has had multilateralism as a strong platform for its external relations. Nigeria has pursued what our foreign minister calls strategic autonomy, strategic non-alignment, and that is critical to all that we do. Nigeria is a country that enjoys and maintains friendly relations with all countries, very big, not so very big, medium power, and small powers. Nigeria itself, it's a big country, and therefore our strategic foresighting and the kinds of things that we do in strategic planning and not only from us, they also have interfaces, with our neighbors, with our friends, with all the powers in the world. Nigeria itself is part of the transformations that have gone on all over. So we anticipate all of these changes, all of these transformations, and we are ready for them. Now, BRICS itself, BRICS Plus, has been a big player since 2009 when it was established. And remember, the things that come with BRICS are not simply things about politics, but also about economics, about investment, about the role of the Global South in multilateralism. So I think, that Nigeria's partnership with BRICS, which has been long in coming, it's one opportunity that offers us, a wider framework for engagements. And you must recognize that, as I say, because our partners are also in the business of strategic foresighting, the balances have to be created, in areas where they should be. But what is most central to all that we do as Nigeria is that we have our overriding national interests. Those ones will never change.
All right, thank you for outlining that. I'm just wondering how you think, if it's a possibility that the Nigeria's BRICS membership could affect our traditional Western partnerships when it comes to trade agreements and diplomatic relations.
Again, not to the extent, that BRICS membership has affected India's relations with the West, or South Africa's relations with the West, or Egypt's relations with the West, or Ethiopia's relations with the West, and so on. Now, I think there's acknowledgement all over the world that, BRICS is not the only medium power or alternative global South coalition that has been formed or that is in existence. It just so happens that, the clustering of those so many issues today in the world, issues of aid, issues of equity, issues of global justice, issues of, balance and so on, that all of these things have come to a head, issues of climate change. At a time when countries are getting more impoverished and countries are more desperate for investment and for support from external powers. It just so happens that BRICS, is itself becoming an emergent force that seems to provide alternatives for all of this. Now, there's been talk of BRICS becoming some kind of response to a Western-dominated international system, but that's only one way to look at it. The international system itself, that deals with pluripolarity, multiplurality, means that there would always be centers of power and layers and concentrations of different kinds of configurations. So BRICS is one of them, and it is just as well. You can mention all the others. ECOWAS is there, AU is there, Commonwealth is there, the group of 77. All of these things are there, but most of all, we think that BRICS has an extended platform, gives us more opportunities for engaging with issues that are very fundamental to us at this time, including trade and investment. Okay. There's been talk, for instance, of de-dollarization. That's a debate going on. But all of these things don't mean de-globalization. They simply mean that there is more room, there is more alternative platforming for engaging globalization. So I don't think that is the way to consider it. BRICS has not proven to be anti-West. BRICS has simply said it's a platform for engaging the West, along the lines of the kinds of things that the Global South is interested in, namely equity, justice, prosperity for all.
Okay.
So Nigeria should benefit from all of these things.
All right. While all your points are duly noted, I think one thing that has become very clear, or that at least became very clear at the last BRICS summit, that was held in Russia, was the fact that BRICS stands in unity to end dollar dominance, especially with the announcement of the introduction of a BRICS currency. And we saw the prototype of that currency as well that was shared at that summit. So my question is, does Nigeria stand in one accord with this message? Is Nigeria taking a stand and saying that they are joining the fight against dollar dominance?
No, Nigeria has never said so. Nigeria has never done anything to.
Okay, Professor Osagie, unfortunately, it seems our connection has been lost. We've been discussing Nigeria joining the BRICS as BRICS Plus as a partner nation and implications thereof. A great conversation. Unfortunately, it was cut short.